Hi guys, it's teacher Anya, and we're going to be looking at shapes today. What's a shape? What do you think a shape is? A shape is what something looks like, okay? So, for example, the shape of our face is very round, right? It's like a circle, right? Or the shape of our pizza, which we can see here. Our pizza has two shapes, right? So it can be round, so the whole pizza is very round. And a slice of pizza, a part of the pizza, slice, the slice can be shaped like a triangle, right? So we can have both a circle and a triangle as our pizza shape. So we're gonna look at the shapes all around us, and we're gonna think about what shapes do and how we think about them, right? And what things in our world have a shape, okay? So let's read. So our weekly concept is the thing that we think about, okay? Concept is like a thing that we think about, is the shapes all around us. So the shapes that are in our everyday life that we see all the time, the shapes all around us. So the essential question, so remember, essential means most important, okay? So our essential question this lesson is, let's read it together. Can you read with me, please? What shapes do you see around you? Okay, so look around your room right now. What shapes do you see? If I look around here, I can see my fireplace. Oh, look, there's a fire. That's nice and warm, right? But look at my fireplace. What shape do you see? The bricks. Yeah, they're a rectangle, okay? So I can see a rectangle behind me, and all the bricks, all the red blocks of my fireplace are shaped like rectangles. So look around your room and see what shapes you can see, and let's think about them when we read this together, okay? So let's go down. There's our pizza. It looks really yummy. I see two shapes. The pepperoni. Pepperoni is like a very kind of spicy sausage that we put on pizza. It's really yummy. So our pepperoni is very round, and our pizza slice is a triangle, okay? So let's talk about it. So how many shapes can you find? How many shapes can you find? So let's think about this together, okay? Let's read. Okay, so we're going to learn the names of the different shapes. So when you find the shapes, you'll be able to say them in English, okay? So we're going to learn their names. We're going to put that in our head, and we're going to learn our new vocabulary today, okay, for our weekly lesson. So name that shape, okay? So what is the shape of the pizza again? Remember we said it starts with a T, 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 T. It's a triangle. So our shape is a triangle, okay? And what shape is the pepperoni on top of the pizza? What shape is that? Yeah, it's a circle. Good job. Awesome. Let's keep going, okay? So we're going to talk about some new vocabulary. And teacher Anya is going to write for you how to say it, okay? Okay, so this is our word, and it's decoration. So let me get my spotlight so we can see our word. So this word right here, so it's decoration. So the way that we say this is decoration, decoration, okay? To decorate something or to make a decoration means to make something really pretty. So we can see here they are decorating the cake. They're putting a decoration on the cake, okay? So a decoration is something that we do to make something really pretty. So you might decorate your house for spring festival. You might decorate a Christmas tree. So you might put things on the Christmas tree to make it very, very beautiful. Or you could decorate a birthday cake, right? So you can put someone's name on it, okay? Or maybe you can put balloons or shapes, okay? So on this cake, there's some shapes. So we can talk about what shapes the cake are. So I'm going to erase how we say this word. So one more time, it's decoration, decoration. And I want you to think about what shapes are on the cake, okay? So what shape is this? Yeah, it's a circle. Good job. All right, and what shape is the cake? It's not a square. It's longer, right, on two sides. So this in English is a rectangle. It's the same shape as the bricks on Teacher Anya's fireplace in her house, right? So they're rectangles, okay? So the first word of our week is decoration, decoration, okay? Good job. All right. Okay, the next word that we have here is really easy. It's games. Okay, so games are anything that we do that are fun. So there's different types of games. So these kids are playing soccer, and soccer is a kind of game. It's a kind of sports game. So what other kind of sports games can you think of? What's a sports game? Yeah, let's write some of them down. So we can play what? Baseball. What else? Basketball. Good. What else can we play? Yeah, maybe badminton. Badminton is very popular, or ping pong, right? So these are all games that we can play that are a sport. So what are some games that we can play that we use our brain for? Yeah, there's a lot. We can play games like chess, right, where we move our pieces on the board. So you can play games like chess. Or maybe if you're learning new words, you could play hangman, right, where you draw the little lines and you have to fill in the right words. So you can play hangman. So these are different games that we play with our brain, okay? So there's lots of different games or types of games that we can play. So we can play games by ourselves, okay? Or we can play games as part of a team, a group of people. So games are anything that we do for fun or that helps us learn that we play by ourselves or with a group of people, okay? So let's review our, whoa, that was strange. Let's review our first word here again. Remember, how do we say this in English? Good job. Decoration. Good. Decoration is adding shapes to another object to make it pretty, okay? And our next word that we just learned is games, okay? And games are fun things that we do, and they have rules, and we want to win, okay? So games are this type of thing that we can do, okay, to use our time. Okay, let's go on to our next word. This is kind of a funny word in English, so I'll type it out for you. Okay, this word in English, how we say this is materials, okay? The words are getting harder now, so you have to try and say them with me, okay? Ready? So let's try it one more time. You can use the pronunciation. Materials, materials, okay? So materials. So let's look at what these kids are doing. We're gonna move our word down here so we can still see it. So these kids are using different materials. So materials are things that help us make something else, okay? So these kids are making an art project. They're making a drawing. So what are some materials that we could use that would help us make something else if we were making an art project? What do you see in the picture? Yeah, there's lots of stuff. So I see pens and crayons and different colored paper, and I see watercolor paint, okay, and this is probably glue, okay, and paper. So there's a lot of different materials on this table. So the materials are gonna help the kids make an art project. So a material is anything that helps us make something else. For example, if you were sewing, remember last week we learned about sewing, about the boy whose mom gives him a sewing needle for a sword. So if we're sewing a dress or we're sewing a shirt, what would we need? Yeah, we'd need a sewing needle. What else would we need? we need thread, and we need fabric, right? So those would be our materials to make our dress. So these kids are using different materials to make an art project, okay? So materials, anything that helps us make something else, okay? Okay, let's look at our next word. Our next word is very easy to say, nature. Nature. What is nature? Yeah, nature is birds, animals, plants, trees, anything that's outside. Anything that's outside that grows wild is nature, okay? So when you go to the park, you might see a tree, or you might see some flowers, or you might see birds or a squirrel. These are all part of nature, okay? So nature is a big word, and it just describes anything that's outside that's beautiful and natural and wild, okay? So plants, animals, birds, fish, all kinds of things are nature, okay? So people can live with nature, but people are not nature, okay? So people are a different thing, okay? So people, cities, buildings, cars, these are not nature. So nature is anything that is natural, that grows naturally, that we don't make, okay? So in this picture, there's a lot of nature. There's a bird, and there's a tree, and there's air, and there's plants. So there's lots and lots of nature in this picture, okay? All right, I want to review our words just so we remember how to say them. So let's start again at the top. Ready? Let's go. I think you can do it really fast. Decoration. Ready? Say it with me. Decoration. Good job. All right, next word. Games. Games. Very good. Next word. Materials. Materials. Excellent job. Next word. Nature. Nature. Okay, next word. Oh, wow, that's a big word. World, okay? World is just another word for Earth, okay? So planet Earth, our planet where we live, is our world. Our world is where we live. So the world is a planet, okay? But a world can also just be, there's two ways that we can use the word world in English. We can use it to just, it's basically any place that you can live. So if you are in your imagination, let's say you're pretending that you're flying high in the sky like a bird, right? You're in the world of your imagination, okay? It's the place where your imagination lives, all right? If you are in if you're a fish and you live in the ocean is your world. It's where you live, okay? So that's your world. That's what you know. And then our planet, Earth, is our world. So if we look at our planet here, this is actually the United States. This is where Teacher Anya lives, and Teacher Anya lives way over here in California, okay? So she lives in the United States, all right? So the United States is part of her world. And it's part of your world too, okay? But you live in China, so we'd have to spin the world around to the other side so we can see China, okay? All right. What do our instructions say? Oh, my cat is here. Do you want to see my cat? I will show you her. Let's see. Here she is. Do you see my cat? She says, hello. Hello, students. Her name is Snickers, and she's very soft. She's very, very soft. Does she have a shape? She's shaped like a cat, right? She looks like a cat. So we'll put her down. Okay, so let's read a poem about a shape in the sky, okay? Oh, wow, this is a really big, important shape, right? Okay, so our shape is, oops, let's plug in the computer. Our shape is the big round sun, okay? Let's read together. The big round sun in the deep blue sky, okay? So deep in this sense doesn't mean deep like the water is very deep. Okay, deep blue means that the sky is a very dark blue. So when we use the word deep to describe a color, it means that it's a darker color. So like a deep blue is like a dark blue, okay? A deep red is a dark red, okay? So deep doesn't mean how much of it there is, right? Like when water is very deep, we have to swim a long time to get to the bottom of the ocean, right? The ocean is very deep, okay? But the ocean can also be a deep blue color, okay? The color of the ocean can be a very dark blue, okay? All right, cool. Let's read this sentence again. The big round sun in the deep blue sky winked. Winked is when we use one eye and we go, okay? That's a wink, okay? Can you wink? Good job, all right? All right, so the big round sun in the deep blue sky winked at a cloud that was passing by. So the sun sees this cloud that's floating by and it goes, hi. The little cloud laughed as it scattered rain. Okay, so this little cloud is floating by in the sky and it scatters rain. Okay, so it throws rain down at the earth. The little cloud laughed as it scattered rain. Then out came the big round sun again. Okay, this rhyme is a little bit strange. So sky and by, they rhyme, right? Rain and again don't really rhyme. The reason that they're using this is we can pronounce the word again two ways. So we can say again, which is how teacher Anya says it because she's American. Or if you were British, you'd say again, again, okay? And then it would rhyme with rain, okay? So we can see if we read it the American way, it's not going to rhyme. Rain and again don't rhyme. If we read it the British way, again, rain and again rhyme. So that's why they're using this word. So it doesn't matter how you say again. You can say again or again. It doesn't matter. You can, either one is okay. So that's why they're using this word, but it does rhyme if you say it the British way, okay? So let's read the whole poem together one more time. The big round sun in the deep blue sky winked at a cloud that was passing by. The little cloud laughed as it scattered rain. Then out came the big round sun again. Okay, see how it rhymes now? I'm saying it a different way. All right, that's it. That's the end of our vocabulary. So let's just go through our words one more time. Oops, we went too far. We went back up to our pizza. Let's go back there. So ready? Let's say it together. Go for it. Decoration. Decoration. Good job. Excellent. Let's say the next word together. Games. Games. Good. Next word. Materials. Materials. Good. Next word. Nature. Nature. Next word. World. Our big round world where we live. Good job. And then we have our poem where we can say again or again, depending on what we want to do. All right, so I want you to practice these words so that you memorize what they mean in your head. Put them into your brain. Okay, and then we're going to use them this week in our lessons. So think about the words really, really hard. Study them. Tell your mom and dad what they mean. Use them to describe things around you. Okay, and I will see you in the next class where we're going to use these words in our new reading for this week, okay? So you guys did very good today learning our vocabulary. And teacher Anya will see you again real soon, okay? Bye-bye.